Garuda, a smart attendance system. I am Sarthak Sandekar and I am going to introduce you with our project, Garuda, a smart attendance system. Our motto is Vyavasthapana Hridaya Garuda Bhavati. Why we named it Garuda is that we want to make a system which can be a hawk on the system to watch over its compliances and to improve its efficiency and effectiveness. Coming to the next slide, we have with us the content. This is the points in which our presentation will be carried upon. In order to introduce with my team, I am Sarthak. As I said, we have Tanya Rajesh Kulmatkar, Shubham Manohar Dable and Vikas Prahlad Kare as my team member. As they say, problem needs a solution, and in order to have a good solution, you need to focus on problem properly. So we are presenting you with our problem statement. Reason why we have selected this domain is that the first point is negligence. We have seen that in most of government offices, mainly in government hospital, if there had been no negligence on the attendant duty, or the patient had a proper or adequate care or attention of the concerned person, his life or his condition can be prevented. But it is seen that the negligence is the most important point. So our problem statement, first point is negligence. Second is improper attendance. We have seen that most of our government offices have an attitude of the line stated below, which is ek bar punch, do bar lunch, life at touch. This is what we want to improve. Third is the improper record keeping. In order to elaborate that system, we have also given a second line, which is Raghupati Raghava Rajaram Jitni Tankha Utanaka. It means they are going to come to office, they are going to punch it, and they are going to take the money home without doing any work. And we don't want it because it's a resource waste of our nation. And in order to grow into a new generation of nation or a developed nation, we don't want such kind of compliances in our system. What have we done new? We have the existing biometric system, but the first effective limitation is the cost. Second is fault acceptances. We all have faced the issue that we are going to pressing the finger onto the screen of the attendance system, but it is not getting the attendance. It's time waste. Second, it has two aspects, which is a FAR or FRR, false acceptance ratio and false rejection ratio, which are major concerns if the employee number is large or there is a data set is larger. Second is privacy concerns. We have stated here an article from BBC where there was a fingerprint leak in a major BIOS security software company. And in order to remind you the importance of privacy, you just have to thought that everything linked with your UID which is your Aadhaar card, can be accessed with your fingerprint. So we thought it's very alarming for us. Third is systems are intentionally damaged. We have number of instances in India where the biometric system was intentionally damaged in order to go to the manual record keeping and to the same problem of Raghupati Raghav Rajaram statement. So the third and fourth reasons are as followed, as I discussed. Third, there was no response mechanism in the systems. For example, as I said, if someone needs an immediate help, there was no system in order to help that person immediately. Fourth was there was no accountability. For example, if there is a mishap happens, there is no preventative care, there is no intensive care, then who should be accountable? Is it the fault of nurse? It is the fault of the attendant, or is it the fault of that person himself? Who knows? Because once a person gone, he doesn't know anything at all. And for last is environmental factor. In rainy season, I have encountered this problem so much that the fingers are wet and I am not able to punch myself on time. And who knows, if there is a high paying job who's paying you 2,000 rupees per day and you're given a time before 9, just like it is given in most colleges, the employee can lose his payday. So let it be. These are the statements which while researching we came upon. These are the articles presented in front of you. They are by respected sources like Times of India, Hindus Times and etc. It shows the level of negligence we face in the system, in government offices as well as the government hospitals also. As you can see, 80% of government staff is not coming. So just think of it, if 80% of staff is not coming for work on time, how much it's gonna cost us. So as they say, there is no point of discussing the problem alone, you should to work on the solution. So here we have with us solution of Garuda, a QR code-based smart IoT attendant, in which we primarily want to neglect the negligence and improve the overall function of healthcare system. We want to have a system where it can store the critical data of the patient as well as he can use in order to prevent the solution by issuing a panic alert. Also, we want a system which can attend the attentiveness of the system also, which is has the patient been entertained and alerted at time by the staff of the hospital. Also, in order to have a variable change or another domain of application, we want a system which can handle the whole database of a college for a classroom also, for teacher also, and along with this, our healthcare system also. So how it works? The function is pretty simple. We have a user who's gonna implement a simple QR code scanning just like we do on UPI while paying for Pani Puri or even for a sabzi. So why do we got on the QR code system? Because we thought if even a watch which we are wearing from years is getting smart, why don't the attendance system should be just like that, punching and hold thing? So we updated it. What we will do is we will just scan the QR, whole data will be uploaded in the real time, and your data, name, location, all will be stored digitally. So there is no use of paper. There is no chance of eliminating any carbon emissions. There is zero chance of having any mismatching of record because digital records are not that much tampered easily. And the most important, the USP part of our project is the panic crisis button, which we are going to give to each module installed to each and every bed of that particular section. For example, if we have 10 beds and we have implied this section, if a patient goes and presses the panic button, it will issue a push notification which will be of highest priority with a QR code, and it will last till the attendant comes and attends them. For example, if the issue is for a high level priority, then the staff has to come and scan the QR code in order to notify his or her attendance. So it can eliminate the negligence, because my friend has, in order to give an instance, my very old friend, where this idea came from, he's lost his family due to such kind of negligence. His mother wanted immediate attention, but due to the negligence of the whole staff, she couldn't be survived, and that was unfortunate. And as I said, the whole system will be attached to the admin office also, where the whole data can be transported in digital form. For example, if there is an BP problem, sugar problem, vitals, etc., it can be uploaded digitally. So if the patient needs a transfer to another hospital or something like that, he doesn't have to bother about his file keeping, manual record keeping about the day. He can have record keeping as much as low for a 3-hour or 2-hour basis due to the system which we are going to implement. Digital testing phase devices. These are basically the IoT devices which can be integrated. For this, as you can see, we have generated the QR code. We want to make it as a module which can be sophisticated enough to fit in a size of a less than mobile phone or in a palm. So we're working on it, but we are sure that we can achieve it. The market size, the most important part, as they say, because the money is the last game changer. So we just focus on the statistics and data, and we found that there are no live competitors because most of them are working on the biometric, and we saw it as a golden opportunity. For the key insights, we have the $100 billion devices market in the worldwide. We have a time and attendance software which is a $5 billion market, and most important, as they say, believe, as the legendary investor Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has said, you believe in India. The India story is the next big story. So we believe in it because that's what the statistics show. If you are going at a rate of 22% per year since 2016, in 2022 itself, we have a $370 market, healthcare market. And just calculated that if there are $370 billion market, it will have at least a crore of consumers. And out of which, at least if 10 million people hospitalized every year, we have a potential market of, every month, we have a potential market of 1 crore 20 lakhs customers, which means 1 crore 20 lakh beds, which means the headroom is big. It may sound foolish, but we believe in ourselves that we can crack it. Applications, most important part. Applications is the part where we are gonna have the most versatile yet the most beneficial part, because as we said, we are changing the system in order to adapt to whole new things. We want to go in offices in order to have a QR code where the QR code will have the real-time data, so there is no tampering of biometric, so there can be no negligence on the account of going late. For example, if a person goes late, it's a 9:15 reporting and there is a reporting of 9:30, it will be showing 9:30 because it's an Wi-Fi IoT based system, so you can't tamper with the cloud that much easily. You need a highly sophisticated hacker for it. Second is corporate offices, which is again a good application. Third is the government hospitals, which is our most important priority because we have thought this whole project on it. And the remaining ones are the general applications. For example, we can use it as a school or college attendance system also. We know that school is difficult because we don't allow phones in Indian schools, but we do allow college in the colleges, and colleges need that attendance system very largely because most of the professors give them marks on the basis of attendance. It was a joke. So that's what it is. This was our project, and we hope that we we will be able to crack it soon. Thank you. We really appreciate your time. Thank you from Team Garuda. Given below is my contact details. Hope you should contact us. Thank you all.